Hey, what's up everybody? Angry Canine here, back again on the Unnamed Server. And I'm just down here in the mines again, kind of taking a look at some of my work that I did earlier. I've done a little bit more. I've continued it on down much further, added more vines. And I think it's really turning out cool. I got a couple areas down there I'm going to do some destruction on. And trying to work on that. But what I'm going to do today is something that I said I wasn't going to do on camera. And that is going to go over here and start working on the mob spawner. Now, in my last video, I mentioned that I was looking through some of Etho's old videos and found, one of his videos that he had built this mob spawner a long time ago, and I had forgotten about it. I built it on a couple other maps, a couple other worlds that I've played, and just really forgotten about it. And I happened to be going through some of his old videos again and ran across it again. And decided I'm going to go ahead and build it on here. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off the fog. Little cheaty, but makes it much easier to work down here since we're so far down. But I dug this room out some time ago. And if you remember my last episode, I had knocked all these torches out because I wanted to see how well it was going to spawn mobs. And it spawned pretty well, but unfortunately I hadn't really given it much thought when I knocked the torches out. And if you remember, we had a little bit of a rough time getting back in here, but I did finally get back in. I've got all the torches in, so it's all lit up, so we're not going to have anything spawning. But what I'm going to start with, of course, is digging out water trenches. Now this room is 30 by 30, and I have pretty much filled in everything so that all the walls, floor, and ceiling with smooth stone. That's not required, but it's just a personal preference. I'm kind of picky about that. And right now it is 3 high, but I'm going to add another layer to the ceiling so that it's only 2 high. That way I don't have Endermen spawning. So what I need to do is dig out all the water trenches. And there are going to be, I think it's 16 spawn pads, and each spawn pad is 6 by 6. And everything ultimately leads right here to the center. So I'm going to take, actually I think I did, this one here went too far back because I was looking at this in one of my old maps and I noticed that the center water streams here were too can't really talk here. Alright, I'm going to get this straight. Anyway, I was looking at this, and they are 2 blocks away from the wall, but all the other ones are only 1 block away from the wall. And I don't really remember if there was a specific reason for that, but we're going to go ahead and do it that way. And boy, I'm getting a lot of block lag on the server today. That's annoying. Let's see, I'll put some torches back here too. So, essentially, we're going to have water streams in the center, leading to the center here. And they're going to be divided up. Let's see. I think we have 3 in the center. Well, 1 water stream on each side, leading toward the center. And then I think there's a water stream here in this general area going in that direction, and 1 here, and they meet up somewhere here, and they meet up with other water streams. And when we put all the water in, ultimately it will all flow to the center here. And I need to get rid of some of those blocks. And I think that's where it needs to be, and they're all going to be too deep. We're also going to have stairs in here just to keep the water flow going. Let's see, I think that one's 2 back. And I don't know why I'm getting so much block lag all of a sudden. I have not been getting any block lag at all for quite a while. And now all of a sudden I'm getting quite a bit, so oh well. But these 2 blocks are also going to come out, but I'm going to leave them there for right now so that I have a way out. I'm going to do the same thing here. And I'm also probably going to replace those 2 cobblestone blocks over there with smooth stone. All that dirt down there is also going to get replaced. Again, that's just my personal preference. It's not required. but I just like everything nice and neat and uniform. So this will be one more. That's where the center water streams are going to go. And I think I go 6 away. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 2. And I just put that in the wrong place. Actually, it's right there is where it should be. And then this one goes in that direction. And it also meets up with that water stream. And then there's another one that meets up with this. And they all just kind of crisscross each other. So we're going to go here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and oh, right there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. And this stream will go, and I just knocked the torch out. And it will continue straight across. And all of these are going to be 2 deep, and not just 1 deep, and that way it will keep the mobs from being able to get back out. This needs to go right to there. And I don't know why. Oh, this block lag. Very annoying. So, let's see here. And then we're going to have another one. This one here should actually be all the way back. It's only the center one there that's 2 away from the wall. Not sure why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then right here. No, not right there. Right here. Just like that. And we crisscross these all the way across, and this one goes all the way to the other side. And then we have a couple more crisscrossing going in the other direction. And it's sort of shaped like, I want to say a tic-tac-toe board, but it would have an extra row. So that's kind of the general idea there. I'm going to go ahead and throw down a couple of torches, though, and I am going to stop recording and finish digging these water trenches out. And when I come back, we'll have these all dug out, and we'll talk about how we need to place the water, which way it needs to flow. Okay, I got all that dug out, and I just had a creeper visit me while I was topside gathering up some supplies. We took care of him. So yeah, I've got all these trenches dug out now, and they are set up the way they're going to need to be set up. And I'm still going to have to put some steps down in there. But first, I want to get some of the signs set up. So we're going to have signs in, I think these outer corners right here is where they're going to need to go. We're going to have signs, and this is for water flow. So we put, is it right there? That's too low, isn't it? I think it's going to be, let's see, water's going to come that way, and we're going to have, I guess they are going to go up there. I'm not really sure. Let me take a look at a screenshot, just like always. Okay. And it's looking like, okay, we are going to have signs right here, and right here goes on these outer corners here of these 4 paths, the ones surrounding the center there. And we're going to have these on both sides. And there is a reason why I'm putting them on the bottom block, and I'll show you that in just a second. Let me get all these in place. And it is, I think it's just these 4 outer corners here, so we should be alright after this. That one and 2 more. Okay, and let me get out of the trenches. I'm going to have to put some more dirt blocks down so that I can get out in other places. I started to leave those blocks over here at the ends, but then I took them out. So yeah, we've got these these signs here, and this is for the water flow. We're going to have water source blocks at the ends of all of these trenches, and all of that water is going to be pushing this way. And then what we're going to have right here is where these signs are. we're going to have stairs so that, let's see, I think we need to do 3. So that as the mob comes this way, and I think actually we're going to need to check this here because I think I've got this back in the wrong spot. I think I need them like that. Anyway, we'll have stairs here, so when the mob comes into this water stream, we'll have a water source block right here. This water will push them into here, and then they will catch up in this water source block, which will carry them up the stairs, and they'll turn this corner here and head toward the center. We do that on all sides. I believe it's just like this. And if it wasn't for the block lag, this would be a lot easier. It looks like I'm going to have some more finishing work to do there, covering up some dirt and gravel. This is looking like it's going to come out just right. So then I'm going to have to make some stairs, and I'll just use cobblestone for that. What I might do, and this just makes absolutely no difference whatsoever, but what I might do is all of the floor of the water stream there, I might turn into cobblestone. And the only reason for that is just because I can. So yeah, as you can see, we're going to have water at the end of that stream, trench, and at the end of that trench, and it's all going to stream this way, and it will kind of separate, I believe, some going in that direction, some going in that direction. And then we'll have water source blocks right here on this side of the sign, which will push the water in that direction. And the same over there. On this side of the signs, it'll push the water in that direction. And I believe the stairs will go right under those water source blocks, so that when the mob pushes down into that hole, they'll catch into that water stream, that source block, and it will carry them up the stairs and around the corner. So let me make up several bits of cobblestone stairs, and we need to put the stairs facing just like this. In whatever direction we want the water to flow, that's where the stairs need to go. In this case, it needs to be right here, because the water is going to flow in this direction, and it's going to meet up with this water stream, and it's going to turn this corner. It's going to take everything to the center. And I believe, though I'm not sure at the moment, but I believe I have to dig that out just like that. And I'm going to have to dig out some more. Well, maybe not. I think maybe I won't need any more. I think these are the only places I'm going to need stairs. And I'm going to need these to be right here, because the water flows in that direction. Over here, same thing. And right there. And we'll go over here. And put these this way. Whoop. That one went upside down. Put those just like that. Over here, same thing. 2 there. And 2 there. Put that one upside down too, and that should take care of all the stairs. And this is strictly for water flow. So what I'll do is I'll put ice blocks here at the end of each trench, and then right on the other side of all those signs. And then I think there's a couple of places where we're going to have to put a block down and then put a water source on top of it, and then destroy the block, and then get rid of the source block in order for the water flow to be correct. But I don't remember right off the top of my head if that's what we need to do. So I'm going to waste a few ice blocks here, but it's not going to matter since we do have an ice farm. Plenty more where this came from, and I just want to get all this in place so that I can test the water flow. We'll start breaking all these ice blocks. Oh, that was not supposed to happen. Well, we'll get down here and pick that up, and that'll take care of that. I'll just drop that right in there, and it will flow. I don't think I can get out, so I'm going to have to do this in. Yeah, right here's what I was talking about. See where that block is? Actually, if I remember correctly, what we had to do was break it out, and then put it back in. If I can find it, where'd it go? There it is. No, that's not what we had to do. There was something else we had to do. And I believe we had to put another block. Just a water source block on top of it, maybe? I don't remember. But anyway. Dagnabbit, I did it again. Efficiency 4 pick. So we'll break that one out. And one. And that should force that water to go the right way. Trying to work against water is very difficult. If I didn't know any better, I would almost think that whenever they update the game, they make water streams more difficult to fight. And I missed some blocks right here. Not there. A couple of ice. That's going to be a problem. Why am I using an ice block? This is not working out. Let me get some cobblestone here. Dirt, actually. Right here. Get a couple of cobblestone blocks here and take out those unnecessary source blocks. Because if I don't, it isn't going to work right. I'm going to get one of my lower efficiency picks, I think. There we go. Alright. Updated that block. I didn't think it was going to work there for a second since it had melted. I can stand back far enough. I'll just kind of tap my mouse real quick. I won't break the block underneath it. And so far, all of this looks like it's going to be flowing in the right direction. Try to get those two. I'll be able to do that from here. Let me get over here. Yeah, that noise you're hearing is me beating on my mouse. And I think I'm going to need a couple of more right in this area here as well to get everything to flow a little further into the center. But from what I can tell, it looks like it's all flowing in the right way. And I don't remember what I had to do to fix that. So I don't think putting a source block there would help. Getting rid of it. Now, I'm going to have to look up the original video and figure that out. We missed one. I was wondering why the water was flowing the wrong way over here. Do that real quick, and that should straighten that out. So as you can see, all the water is flowing into these two main trenches here, which leads to the center trench, and then that leads to the center. And then I believe it is... Let me take a look at... yeah, we've got... Looks like a couple of them right here. Probably in the same place. Let's see, right here. And we'd have the stairs right there. So I'm going to go back up and get some. I was hoping I'd ender pearl through the glass, but I didn't. And get some more of these here too. I'm going to need a couple more signs. I'm not going to need that. Go ahead and take a full stack of signs and take some extra steps just in case. If I am correct, these steps will go right there. A sign. Right here, I think that's the right place. And we would have these blocks right here. And we'll have to do that on all four sides. And now, when we break all this, it all should flow right into the center block there. And I don't really remember if I'm supposed to dig that center down 2 blocks or not. It may not actually matter. I'll check the screenshots again. But you can see all of that water flows and it pushes right here toward the center. And right here in the center is where the mob elevator will be. And that will go up right here. I think that's right. Yep. And then when we build that, we'll have glass around here with signs on the corners. And then we'll have signs alternating all the way up. And it's probably going to come out right at the bottom of the ocean up there. And I haven't built the structure up there yet, so I'm going to have to do that first. Because if the water comes down here, it might mess up the flow. Shouldn't, but it could. I'd rather just not take a chance. So I'm going to need to take this block out and that block out. Because they're going to have water source blocks on them. And there's going to be signs right here, right here, and on the opposite corner right here, and right here. And then we need to put a sign, if I can get somewhere where I'm not in the water here, right here on the edge of that sign. Actually, that might not be the right side. Water source block there, yeah, that should be right. Get up here, put one right on the edge of that sign, just like that. So it kind of forms a little T right there. And I will put a link in the description to Etho's original tutorial. And if you have annotations enabled, you should be able to click the link on your screen right now to go to that video. And you can check it out and see for yourself how this thing is built. Next thing we're going to do is put some glass here. And we have a couple of cobblestone blocks over those right there as well. And that will prevent anything from being able to spawn. Or not actually prevent anything from spawn, but prevent anything from being able to escape the mob elevator. And it's looking like we've got glass right there. Just like this. And we do kind of lose 2 blocks, spawnable blocks, but that's no big deal. And then this would continue up just like that. Oop, wrong place. And I'm not going to worry about wasting the glass. No biggie. Got plenty more where that came from. And this is basically the elevator shaft. And you don't have to use glass here. You can use anything you want. I like to use glass so that when I'm down here in the observation area, I can watch to make sure that they're all going up there properly. So, let's see. Need more signs. And that should do it for the glass. I'm not going to worry about placing any of the ice blocks right now. I'll do that some of the time. And we're going to have a water source block right here. And I'm going to need a sign right there. And that will keep it from backflowing that way. And I should put one right here to do the same. And on this side. Right there and right there. And those signs are to prevent the water from flowing backwards into these water streams. And that should do it for the signs there. I think we would have one right here and right there. And they alternate opposite on each side, just like that, all the way up to the top of the shaft, wherever that may be. Get out the water here. So, yeah, that's pretty simple. Nothing to it. And I'm not really going to go into explicit detail other than what I've done, because, as I said, I will be putting a link to the actual video tutorial in the description. And it looks like I missed an ice block. And it is pretty important that you get the water flow going in the right direction to get everything toward the center, otherwise it won't work. And let's see. I think maybe I had to remove. Maybe that's how it was. There we go. Take those 4 blocks out and then put them back, and that will fix that little issue right there. Get over here. Try to get over here and do that here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to head topside and try to figure out where this shaft is going to come out, and I'll start digging it out. And if all goes well, I should be able to bring it right down here, and when I come back, we'll start placing the ice blocks and extra signs. Hopefully I'll have enough wood to make them up. And take that elevator, mob evader, all the way up to the bottom of the ocean. Alright, got that shaft dug out, and I got this tiny little structure built here under the ocean. Nothing fancy, just a bunch of blocks I threw together just to have something here. I'm probably going to change it. In fact, I know I'm going to change it. Make it a little bit bigger, make it a little bit better looking in the future. Do that off camera. Not really worried about it right now. I just wanted to get the top of this shaft covered up. So this shaft drops all the way down right into the spawn room. And as you can see, it comes out right where we need it to. And we're going to have to place signs all the way up, alternating on both sides, as well as ice blocks so that we can have water source blocks. So let me try to get out of here again and get some signs and some ice. Try not to get stuck in the wall. It is way over there. Okay. I'm going to put a block right there and a block right there, because those need to be water source blocks as well. And with the block flag trains. Let's see here. Uh-oh. We have a problem. If you see that, it means we put these signs in here the wrong way. There should be no source blocks anywhere, because mobs can get stuck right there. So we're going to have to redo these signs. Okay guys, I'm back, and I got it figured out. Silly me, I forgot these signs down here on the bottom. Got to have signs down here on the bottom doing a little T thing, kind of like they do up here, but they got to be on the opposite corners. So as you can see, there's going to be a water source block here, and then we have these signs under there, and then signs on either side, and then these signs directly across from it. And this corner and that corner opposite are set up exactly the same way. And then we have this little T set up here on top, opposite on that side as well. And that is how that should be. And then we'll put signs here, just like that, all the way up. And over here, we'll do it on the opposite side, alternating back and forth. And that should work out for us. So we're going to go ahead and break these ice blocks. And I better do it with my fist instead. Once I break all of these, the water should be flowing just fine, and there should not be any source blocks that aren't supposed to be there. I think that is all 4 sides, so let me get out of the water here. And what this will do is it will push the mobs right here to the center, and of course mobs have the natural instinct to start swimming up, and then we'll have source blocks here, alternating all the way up, and they will just continue to swim up all the way. Now you could just make solid source blocks all the way up if you wanted to, up the shaft, but got to leave some air blocks for the mobs to be able to breathe, otherwise they will drown before they get to the top. Unless you're less than 15 blocks, I think they can swim up 15 blocks before they'll start to drown. But we'll take a look at here just to make sure there are no stationary source blocks that aren't supposed to be there, and I couldn't sprint, so sprint didn't take effect for some reason. But yeah, we're looking okay. So yeah, now that we got all that straight, all the mobs, any mobs that'll walk off of these spawn pads, they'll fall into the water here, and they will continue to flow over here to the center, where they will work their way up, block by block, bit by bit, all the way to the top. And I should be able to place these ice blocks here, and break them, I should be able to swim up myself. This might take a little bit since I'm underwater. Let me see if I can get on top of one of these. Let's break this one. And we'll stand on top of this one and break that one. And we will break that one. Just like that. And we're going to do that all the way to the top. Putting signs, alternating all the way. Just like that. And that can get quite frustrating. Very time consuming. It is kind of annoying. There are probably other ways, better ways this could be done. If you wanted to, you could put source blocks, 4 source blocks on each layer all the way up, and then just come back and place the signs. Or you can maybe just do 2 signs on this side, 2 signs on that side, just every other row or every couple of rows. You just got to leave air blocks for the mobs so that they don't drown, depending on how high up you're going to go. So that's the basic idea there. So I'm going to go ahead and work on this off camera, because otherwise it is going to get very frustrating watching me bob up and down. And once I get it done, I'll come back and we'll take a look at the top of it there real quick. Make sure everything comes out. Then what I will do is I will come down here and once again knock out all these torches. I am out of pearls. Just knock a block out here. I'll knock out all these torches, and we will check it out, make sure everything's going to work just fine. Make sure all these guys are going to flow to where they're supposed to flow and come out at the top. So yeah, stick around guys. I'll be back in just a bit, and take a look and see if this is going to work out. Alright, we've got all that done, all the way up to the bottom of the ocean. And actually it's going a little bit too high, so I'm going to have to dig down and bring the top of this down a little bit. It's going on about 38 blocks, and I don't want to go outside 32 blocks, so I'm going to have to dig a few layers down up here. But I'm going to design some kind of underwater building in a creative world and build it up here. But right now I have it set up so that the elevator goes all the way up into the ocean. Comes out right under the bottom of the island there. And I have this little doorway here so that I can walk in and kind of look and see what's going on. So, yeah, we're going to go all the way back down there. And then I am going to start knocking out some torches and letting things spawn. And then I'm going to come up here and watch them as they go. See how many things come out. Make sure this thing's going to work. Now, as it is right now, spiders will spawn down here. And that's not really a problem because this mob elevator should work just fine with spiders. It has so far not had any problems with spiders getting clogged up or getting in the way. So it shouldn't be a problem. But if you do want to prevent spiders from spawning, you can put half slabs in the corners of each of these spawn pads here. I think it'd be right there and right there. There. I'm not sure. I don't remember exactly how much space a spider needs to spawn. I think it's 2 by 2 by 1, but I really don't know. But you can put half slabs on all these pads to prevent spiders from spawning if you don't want spiders in the system. But we do, so it's alright. So I'm going to run through here, and I'm probably going to end up regretting this at some point in time. I'm pretty sure I will. I'm going to knock these torches out, and in the future I plan on putting some kind of lighting system. And you know what, I just happened to think, before I do this, before I knock these torches out, I'm going to need to put a layer of blocks up here to prevent Endermen from spawning. And, well, I guess I can do this later. Just go ahead and run out of this one stack of cobble, and then I will come back at some point in time. I will come back at some point in time and put another layer in the ceiling there, and I do that strictly to keep Endermen from spawning, because what will happen is Endermen will spawn down here, and they will walk off the pad and hit the water, and as soon as they do, they'll teleport away. In this particular case, it's probably not a problem since they won't be able to teleport to the underside of the ocean. But if your exit point was somewhere on the surface and it was within 32 blocks of the spawn pad, then the Enderman would be able to teleport up there, and then you'd have a bunch of Endermen hanging around all over the place, which is not good. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take out these torches. And I may not take all of them out. I think I'll just take some of them out. Mostly on these back pads here. And I'm not going to worry about picking them up. I'll just knock them out and run. Get my bow ready here just in case. Probably just knock them out of the back half here. Just enough for things to spawn. Depends on... Yeah, we got quite a bit of darkness. I'll go ahead and knock all these out here too. We should have spawns start happening here any second now. I hear there's a spider. I thought I heard a zombie traipsing around somewhere too, but my biggest concern, of course, is creepers. I don't care about spiders or zombies or skeletons, we just don't want any stinking creepers. At least not till I get all these knocked out. A spider has spotted me, and now he is after me. And now he is dead. The only good spider is a dead spider. So, what the heck? I'll be crazy. I'll knock them all out. Every one of them. Probably have another incident like I did the last time I did this, but yeah, it was worth it. It was fun, alright? And let me run down here and knock this torch out. Looks like a skeleton and a creeper there, so we'll go ahead and knock that torch out. We'll knock that torch out. Run through the door. And close it. So, take these torches out since we can't have anything spawning down here either. And it's probably hard to see here in a video, but it looked like a creeper just went up the elevator. We'll put this all the way on bright. There is a skeleton there. And it's not spawning as well as it was before, but that's because I'm down here. But I'm sure if I run away, and we will head to the ocean's surface and dive in, sink down to the bottom, and check this thing out. So yeah, here we go. And you can see some arrows there. The spider's going to go up here. And that skeleton. And the skeleton's going to shoot me. And I'm going to shoot him back. But they should drown. And while they're drowning, I can walk over here. Yeah, the spider's drowning now. And the skeleton is too. And I can walk in here, and I can breathe. Let me turn the brightness back down again. 10. And this will probably be more efficient and work a little bit better when I get closer, after I take the floor of this area down a little bit. And like I said, I am going to design some kind of building in a creative world that I'm going to build under here, probably some kind of small glass dome or something like that. Not really sure. And let's see here. I guess the storage area is on the opposite side. I'm going to be doing some underwater work here, and I've decided that the best way to get down here is going to be just a water drop, similar to what we used in the end, and use an ender pearl elevator to get back up. And I'm going to do that right in the storage area, but unfortunately the storage area is on the opposite side, so might have to build an entrance to this area on the surface of the island instead of in the storage area like I want to. Get out of here, squid. Go, go. I don't know if they're naturally drawn to the light. It seems like whenever I make an opening into the ocean like this, the squid always start to gather right here. Very weird. So yeah, we've got the mob elevator done, and we've got the spawn room down there done, and I still have some work to do. Like I said, I have to lower this area by several blocks, at least 10, probably 15. So I've got to design some kind of underwater structure here that we can use, and we'll build a lava blade at some point in time, probably off camera. And we'll get all this done, and in some future episode we'll take a look at it again, and we'll see how efficient this is, and hopefully we'll be able to set up some kind of system where we can have the mobs come up and go to one side, maybe to a lava blade where they're killed automatically, and maybe we can throw a lever or hit a button or something and it'll change the water flow so they go to the other side into a trap where I can activate a crusher to bring them down to one hit and use it as a little bit of an XP farm. So yeah, so far so good. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you liked the video. It was a little derpy, but it got the point across, I hope. Please feel free to comment, rate, and subscribe to my channel if you are not a subscriber. My name is Angry Canine, and I will see you next time.